Hi, this is Tamara Coleman. I'm out here trying to push my paparazzi business. I'm out here screaming in the streets, $5, $5, all pieces are $5. Kind of remind me when I'm outside in New York City, when you walk past all of the vendors and the stores and they're like shouting, $5, $5, $1, $1, $10, $10. All paparazzi pieces at $5. Stop by. Yeah, the cars are going by. So I may not be too successful right now. I just started, but I'm working on it. Maybe I have to perfect my voice somehow, but I am working on it big time. Once I get that perfected, I think I'll be doing really well. And I'm out here in front of my house, so I don't want to show you where I'm living, but I'm just going to show you what actually I put out. I only put out one piece at a time, or maybe some of them have two pieces. But here goes my little shop. It's outside. $5, $5, $5. Each piece $5. So I'm doing really well. Haven't had any sales just yet, but I'm believing God. I'm believing Him that somebody's going to come by and pick up something for Mother's Day and do really well. So I'm rushing this. I need to get myself a sign. That's what my daughter said. Get that huge, big paparazzi sign, put it outside so that people will know that I am a paparazzi queen. I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to work on it really soon. But I just want to let you know that I did go by Cecilia's shop today. I had a couple of people did pick up some inventories for themselves. And it was really nice. So my daughter and I, we walked down the street. I don't want to do any more Ubers, so we got to find a way to be very cheap about what we do. So let's see, $5, $5. I'm not even sure if it's a customer. I think he's a Lyft, but that's okay. If he's a Lyft driver, he's trying to make his money, and I'm trying to make mine at the same time. So I don't think he's going to try to pull out any money to give to me, but that's all right. I'm just trusting God and what He planned for me. My books are selling really well. I am really happy about that. I'm not even complaining. I didn't want to get on this channel to talk about money so much, but I just wanted to update you on what the Lord has been doing for me. Okay, so yes, I'm still trying to be a minimalist, right? I'm trying to throw away everything I can get rid of things that I don't need, and only work with what I have, because there's no sense in me trying to buy more things that's not necessary, right? So a little tape, some glue, staples, whatever I have to do to just keep my sanity. And I'm doing really well about it. And it's good. Okay. So anyway, so as I started venturing out and started my small business with the paparazzi, of course I have YouTube, and I also have my a memoir of love and Genesis, right? That's my first book. So as I'm traveling and I'm going somewhere and I'm like talking to the Lord, and I'm like, God, I'm so ready to just have a movement. But I always know that when it comes down to God, if you don't move, He doesn't move. He wants us to do things. He wants us to do things in a rightly order. He never led me to speak about this in a way where it's going to confuse anybody. He wanted me $5, $5, all pieces of $5, paparazzi. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. $5, paparazzi. And they're all wishing me happy Mother's Day, but no one's pulling over. It's okay. I'll take the Mother's Day greeting. Okay, so now this is what the Lord has, this is what I have been doing. So as I told the Lord that once I start doing my book, that I wanted to give my first fruit unto Him, because that's an offering, right? My book is my baby. I know I have the paparazzi, I know I have the YouTube, but my book is my baby. And I did say to the Lord that when I finally get this book, I want to give back onto the people, give back onto the church, give back onto the people in need, because that's what you do when you start off. You don't think about yourself. You just do as the Lord leads you. So I have been led to just start giving away some of my books, and I've been led to whenever I did get some funds, to give that away. And I did that, and as I kept giving, I felt good about myself. I felt redeemed. Like, not like I had to redeem myself for anything. I mean, because I didn't feel like I did something so bad to where I had to redeem myself or prove to God that I can do it. I just knew, like, in a spiritual realm, that it was just only right for me to move in this order. It's not for everyone. I'm not telling everybody to do that. I'm just saying it for me. I just knew that the Lord was just leading me to just give. So how much did I give? I really don't know. But is my business booming? The answer is so-so. Right? So-so means so-so. So God knows exactly why has led me to give. Happy Mother's Day. I don't know how long it's going to be before he tells me to stop giving. But God is God all by himself. All the money, all the gems, all the jewels, all the papers, all the ink, everything belongs to the Lord. Everything belongs to the Lord. There's nothing on this earth that belongs to Tamara. There's nothing on this earth that belongs to my children. Everything belongs to God. It is what you choose to do with it. It's up to you how you're going to present yourself. So I presented my business with charity so far before God. I presented myself, I believe, and I'm strongly believing in the right direction, because people say don't give any money to tithes and offerings because it's not written in the New Testament. Well, as the Lord led me, I did. So would I receive this money back? I don't know. Would I receive any of these promotions or deals or having multiple people underneath me? That is not for me to say. The only thing I know is that, as I said, I was trying to get myself out of debt. And I'm still $6,000 in debt, but you know what? I am working on it. And eventually those numbers are going to go down, and I won't even have to fear that number anymore. We're not to walk in fear at all. We're not to walk in fear at all. Well, as the Lord has been leading me to give, I did so. So I had went to a church in the month of April, it was 2 weeks ago, and there was this prophet there who was coming from a different town, and she had a long line of females going up to the altar, and she was just prophesying to many people. And I was the last one. I think I was, because they had told me to pack up, and all the vendors had to pack up, get themselves together, and then if they had time to go meet the prophetess. So I was trying to hurry up, but my paparazzi had taken a lot, because what I do is I bag each individual jewelry inside of inside of its own bag, and then I have to pack it up and put it inside of a large duffel bag. And I had 2 large duffel bags, and I had my pegboard, my table, of course my books was on the table, and then I also had my tablecloth. So I had to get all of that down, and by the time I got myself to the line, which was one time it was extremely long, she was already spent. There was nothing left inside of her. So I walked up to her. I had asked one of the ushers if I can go see her, and she said, well, let me go ask. So she went, she asked, and the woman said, sure, come in. So then she said to me, well, what took you so long? So I explained to her I had to take everything down because that's what they told me to do, and I was only following directions. So she was like, okay, let me just give you a word. And what she said was, she doesn't see me in the same state that I'm living in now. She sees me moving out, and I kind of sensed that, but I really wasn't too sure about it. And then she told me to give an offering. So there you go again. So as I gave an offering onto the prophetess, then the Lord had led me to give onto the people who was sitting everywhere I walked. He was like, give. So I just kept giving. And was I upset about the giving? The answer is no. Was I confused about the giving? The answer is no. I have walked that path before, and as I walked that path before, the Lord has eventually, he has turned it around, and I became more profitable than I was because I gave. So if this is the season for me to do what God called me to do, then I am going to be obedient. Now, as far as, he's been leading me to change the way I look and to get my clothes in order. So I'm just doing what God wants me to do. But it seems like the more I try to get myself together, the more, I'm giving everything away. $5, $5. I have to sound like that, like I'm a prospector. $5, $5. And these mosquitoes are trying to eat me alive. So I did that, and I did what God wanted me to do. My kids are like, Mom, how much are you giving? What are you trying to do? And I'm like, don't worry about it. God is going to be in control. And my kids were okay with it. They're okay with it. They gotten used to me doing this. They watch me over the years. They know that God always keeps his word. They know that God never changes what he does. And the Lord always seems to give you the money back. I mean, one thing about the Lord, that God, when he tells you to give and he tells you to do it, accordingly, if you're doing it with an honest heart and you're just giving because you know this is the Spirit of God, you know this is God, you just do it. It'll come natural to you. You'll just be able to do it. You won't have no problem. God is going to be there for you. And, and you'll feel good about yourself. You'll be able to sleep. You'll be able to, your health will come back. Just be obedient to the Spirit of the Lord. Now, what I'm saying is I'm out here trying to keep myself together, composed, out here trying to sell what I have. The Lord will do what he said he'll do, and I don't have to worry, because I've been sensing in my spirit that the Lord is about to move in such a good way for me. And it feels like a burst of energy is like radiating through my body, and it feels like I could feel heaven. You ever felt that before, where you just felt a burst of energy and you could just feel heaven? And it's felt like you could be in the dark, but you just can sense that heaven is right above you. And you're being tapped in, like the windows of heaven is open just for you. And that's how I feel. I feel like if I could just, if I was so keen into the spiritual realm, I feel like I could just see Jesus. I could just sense his, see his presence and see the kingdom of heaven. It's just very strange, but that's how I feel. I feel like in the month of May, that God is getting ready to move more in the spiritual realm for me. And it doesn't have to do anything about me giving and then I feel this way. No, I just feel that the Lord was just leading me to do, maybe he just wanted to see if I was obedient. Because when you have a business, most people, what they do is they hoard up everything that they have, and they won't share, they won't give, they won't help out any other person. Because I have been doing some events, and I've noticed that the Lord has been leading me to buy other people's books because I was supporting them. And they stood right next to me, and they didn't even support my business. They didn't even buy nothing from my paparazzi business. They didn't even buy a memoir of love and Genesis. And they didn't even, they had a very small conversation with me. But the Lord was leading me to buy their book. So that's why, I'm giving to them, because I'm helping them with their business. I'm boosting them. But then I'm standing side by side. $5, Mother's Day gift. Okay, happy Mother's Day. Okay, yes. And they didn't even look. They didn't even look at my way, And I felt abandoned. I felt really abandoned. I'm like, Lord, they're not even supporting me. I'm doing my YouTube channel. They didn't even support me, but I'm supporting them. And not only am I supporting them, when I leave out of here, you had me to keep giving. And the more I'm giving, it's just like I'm not bringing anything back. So I don't know what it is, but on the $5. All you have to do is be supportive to people around you. When the Lord tells you to give, just give. Because I have had that experience so many times. And I'll talk about that in another season, how I've actually heard the audible word of the Lord when he told me to give. And I didn't give $5. she slowed down just to see what I was doing. I guess she wanted to see, like, what is she talking, who is she talking to? And then she just sped off. So, $5. That's just the way I'm gonna be. I guess I'm gonna be like that. I gotta get up to New York City and be like those people who are walking on the street and they're handing out these pamphlets. $1, $5, $7, $5, $10, come inside. And you go inside and you end up spending more than $5, $1, $10, So I figured if I use that trick of the trade, then maybe I can get like $5 or $10, $15, whatever it is, but it's okay. You gotta run your business regardless, right? So what the moral of the story is, when the Lord tells you to give, you give. And if He tells you to invest in somebody else's business, invest inside of somebody else's business. If He tells you to just do something awkward, something strange, something out of the ordinary, you just do what God tells you to do. And just be prepared, stock up, so that way you don't have to spend any money outside of your house. Like, stocking up means, for example, like if I'm going to go to somebody's salon to sell my jewelry, I have been trying my best not to buy at the corner stores. I've been packing my lunch and I've been going over there and I'll eat what I prepared, and so I won't go too crazy and support every business. But unless the Lord leads me to support them, I will do that. Now, do I come home with enough money for me and my family? And the answer is, God's got me. That's it. God's got me. Because, you know what? Everything belongs unto the Lord. Everything we do belongs unto God. Everything we do belongs unto God. $5. Okay, so I guess I am going to be packing up my business because I'm outside enjoying myself. The weather is really nice. Business is very slow, but like I said, God's got me. So you do what you can. If the Lord is leading you to support other people's business, even if you're not making enough money, you just be obedient unto the Spirit of the Lord. Let the Lord do whatever He said He's going to do for you. Whatever God has planned, and the reason why He's leading you to give, it's not your business. It's not my business why the Lord is leading me to give. It's not my business why God should say, oh, Tamara, well, if you give to this person, then I'll give to you. It's not my business. But the Lord, thy God, is honorable. He is King of kings and Lord of lords, and He created this earth, and He needs no explanation. And if He tells you to do it, you just be obedient, because you can lose out on your blessings. And there is always a season for you to do what He requires you to do. If you don't do it, you could be out of you could be out of order. So I don't want to be out of order, and when He tells me to stop giving and to focus on my business, then that's what I'm going to do. But right now, where I stand, where I am focusing on my business, and I guess other people's business at the same time. So anyway, happy Mother's Day to all of you out there, and stay blessed, stay cheerful, stay giving, and Jesus is the season for all seasons, right? Jesus is the season for all seasons. Okay, love you all, and stay in charge of your life, and don't do anything you're not supposed to do, and that is whatever the Lord tells you not to do. Okay, God bless. Bye bye.